Hi, welcome back to another TerranScapes video. This video is intended to address the recent changes that Google has made to YouTube, and I'm sure many of you are already aware of it, but there may be a few people who are still not, especially if you're infrequent YouTube users. And so what I wanted to do is describe my understanding of what's been going on and make some suggestions on how action can be taken to maybe make a change in the new system, should you want to pursue that. So these are just my opinions. I got something on my glasses here. These are just my opinions, and I totally respect people who don't agree with this perspective. So this is not meant to be a sort of I'm right kind of a video, as much as it is to give you a perspective on how this affects me relating to my ability to interact with my YouTube users. First, I'll try and keep it brief. YouTube has now required, in order to comment on videos, that you link your YouTube channel to Google+. Now, I happen to have a Google+ account that I've never used, and I'm not one to use social media really at all. I don't Twitter, I don't have a Facebook account, I don't even have a cell phone. I have enough stimuli in my world, and I don't need extra. And this Google Plus link has created more stimuli for me, but that's for me to deal with. But what happened is they've done this to try to change the way comments are posted and interacted with. They've made a couple public statements about what this intention was. They are listing them now as a threaded discussion, so you can see all the replies to comments and their sub-comments, you know, at a glance. You can now, they're going to now put comments at the top of the comment thread that are more relevant to your circle in Google+, plus I don't know any other kinds of algorithmic interpretations they're using for that. They are not allowing replies to comments, this is my understanding, to people who have not linked their YouTube channel to Google+. I discovered some of these problems yesterday or the day before when I was trying to do some replies to comments, and all of a sudden reply boxes were missing. There were whole slews of people I could not see replying as an option to, including recent replies I have gotten on recent videos or older videos that had been visited by a new subscriber or a new channel visitor, and they had posted a reply there. So I'm still trying to figure this out a little bit. I've done a fair amount of research, spent about an hour today combing the web, combing YouTube, trying to see what kinds of workarounds are possible. At the moment, it doesn't seem like there are many. And they are posting or championing this change as a way to control trolling on threads, and anybody who's been a long time YouTube user knows that there are plenty of crazy posts that are out there, some of them harsh and some of them ridiculous and some of them seemingly inane, and this is their stated attempt to try to give people control over that through managing the comment section of their videos. It does appear to me and many other people that this is more intended to encourage, we'll use that word lightly, encourage people to shift to Google Plus as a social medium. And I should add real quick, it occurred to me, I don't think I've ever seen any trolling on my videos. Can I just say that's awesome? Like, I feel like I have the best YouTube viewers in the world. I have never seen really harsh things being thrown onto my threads, so I've never really thought about trolling as a problem. Not to encourage you to start, but to thank you all for being really high-class YouTube viewers. I am flattered and honored to have such a great community following me, so I just wanted to put that in there as a thank you. So, if you feel that these changes are unacceptable, and I personally do, partly because this is not an opt-in option, and you don't have an option to opt out, in fact. So it feels dictatorial and has made the comment sections really confusing for me. Now things are coming in from Google+, not directly from my video. I don't even know how it's working, but now it's just a cluttered mess. I don't like being forced to do anything. but I also don't believe in crazy, insane rants. You feel free to rant as you will if you share this experience or perspective, but what I was thinking to try to give some action rather than just frustration to people, and this is how I've been approaching it. I'm going to include a few links down below. These are actually YouTube, which I should say Google, videos explaining the new system, and they're receiving a lot of negative votes, and I think that's a very clear way to let your voice be known in a very simple one-click way. So you might, if you're interested, you might visit these videos and just quickly give them a thumbs down to just add to the voice of people who are upset with this system. Of course, feel free to leave comments in their comment feed for their video as well, but I think it's really quick and easy just to say thumb down. That's what I did. Also, Change.org has received a petition that is hoping to reject these changes and restore the old system. So I put a link to that. That's another 2-second thing that you can do. Now, you do have to put in your personal information. This is probably for verification that you're an actual real person to accept your signature on the petition. But I encourage you to go do it. It only takes a few seconds, and it's about halfway there to being what they consider a substantial, recognizable petition. They need 150,000 signatures, and they're at probably about 80,000 maybe by the time you see this video. So you can go over and do that. And also, I've been sending letters to the feedback section. If you go all the way down to the bottom of the page in a YouTube video, you'll see a little tiny thing that says feedback. I've been sending things as I've discovered these changes to Google, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a brief but very pointed letter, and I'm going to include that in the discussion section of this video, and feel free to just copy and paste that right in and send that to the feedback. I think if there's a flood of responses, they might actually pay attention and read these letters. Who knows who's checking them out. So feel free to copy and paste that or write your own, and you can use that to send to the feedback section, and also feel free to post that in the other comments on the videos that I've linked above. So I'm going to continue to investigate this as it develops, and I'm really unhappy that I cannot comment to many of my comments that I'm receiving on my videos, and sifting through those right now is really arduous, because when I go to link, I have to wait for it to queue up. Now that it loads the whole video, I can't just look at the comments on their own through my Gmail link. I don't know, it's confusing. And so I'm going to not respond to any comments for the next few days and see how this plays out. That does not mean you should not leave comments. I encourage you to do so, and once I feel whether this is settled or whether this is the new paradigm, I will go back and I will start answering all of those comments, which will probably take me a day to do, so I'll have to set aside a day, get a nice couple cups of coffee in me, and rip through those. So please feel free to continue, but I won't be responding, perhaps maybe even for a week. I just want to really see how this plays out. So I'm hoping for a revision back to the, or I should say a reversion back to the old system, which I enjoyed, and it really was a simple system that allowed me to interact with you much more easily, and I'm going to continue to push for a reversion. And should you be watching this and you like the new system, I totally respect that. There are people who enjoy the social medium connection. Maybe you're an avid Google Plus user and you really like the way this is lined up, and that's fine. We all have our opinions, but I just feel like being shoehorned into this without any community input, any community opt-out option, it seems very, very strong-handed, and I feel really strongly about doing something about it. So hopefully you've found this video useful, and at least gives you an explanation of where I'm at and how I'm going to be going forward, at least for the next week. So stay tuned to the channel. However, I'm not going to let that stop me from posting videos. I have a crazy slew of videos to upload, and it's really nuts. So I'm going to spend the rest of the day trying to get those all done and get those queued up to upload. So there's going to be more content coming very shortly. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Sorry this is your first video, but as you can tell from the rest of YouTube, this is kind of blowing up in a big way. So anyway, thank you once again for joining me. I really appreciate your continued support, and should you side with me on this issue, I would appreciate your support by doing some of those quick steps that I've mentioned. But if you're you're angry and you don't want to bother, I get that too. So keep an eye on the channel, and I will be back soon.